Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installation of J Consultant Fantastic 5 Minutes Interview, where our objectives and goals are to motivate, energize, inspire the young leaders of tomorrow, business entrepreneurs, anyone in the business just wants to, get some education and entertainment at the same time. You come to the right place. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez. I'm the Chief Consultant for J Consultant, JAE. My guest tonight is Mr. Jon Carter. Mr. Jon Carter comes to us from various industries, and all in all, he's an entrepreneur and a go-getter. He comes to us via philanthropy, entertainment, working with youth, so much. So put your seatbelt on, get ready for this entertainment, inspiring, motivating interview with Mr. Jon Carter. All right, Jon, for those who don't know you, take a second and share with us a little bit about your background.
Okay, how you doing, man? It's a blessing to be here. Jon Carter. I was born in Washington, D.C., Southeast Grady General. I was raised in PG County. Both my parents have an education background. My father's from Philly. My mother's from Chicago. They met in D.C. My mother retired from D.C. public schools and PG County public schools. My father retired from D.C. public schools and PG public schools. My father was a vice principal at School Without Walls. My mother taught special ed for over 20 years at Johnson Junior High School. I was raised in Fort Washington. Man, two-parent household, very blessed, a lot of good friends. I attended I played football at Blue Senior High School. I attended the School Without Walls, and I also attended Bishop McNamara. Man, met a lot of great friends. One thing about me, my friends are from all different walks of life. Anybody that's in my life is from all different walks of life, different tax brackets. They come from different struggles and different grinds and things of that nature, man. Went to Delaware State, got my degree in mass communications. Currently, I'm enrolled at Trinity University, working on my master's in psychology. And right now, I've been a case manager for the past 10 years. So I do rapid rehousing, I do permanent supportive housing, and I do basically specializing in homelessness prevention. I've also worked at the Best Friends Foundation. I was the director of programs there for the Best Men. And so therefore I taught a leadership character building curriculum in over 31 DC public schools and charter schools.
Very impressive. You're talking about a well-rounded individual, born and raised, grew up in the entire DMV, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We're so happy and so lucky to have you, man. Looking forward to hearing from you and learning from you, as well as our clients out there and our guests. So let's just, because we only got 5 minutes, let's kind of just jump right into the questions, all right? First question is, so, because you got a lot of background, I can't wait to hear about it. What made you get into, particularly into the entertainment business, in that particular field? What made you get into that field?
Oh, entertainment, I've always been, I've been just a fan and just of hip hop in general. My grandfather brought me NWA's first album, NWA and the Posse, not straight out of Compton. It was on record. He also brought me Dougie Fresh's single that had Slick Rick on there and Lottie Dottie, man. So since then, man, I've always been in the music, and just being from DC with the different go-go bands, Northeast Groovers and Junkyard and stuff like that. I've always just been a fan of music, man. And so I started rapping, I want to say probably like around the 8th grade. And like all my friends, my man Kevin, my man Boots, they were all in go-go bands and stuff like that. So when I got to Dale State, this is back 96, 95, 97. A friend of mine, my man Rasul Crawford, he also has Catalyst Self-Defense. His wife, Nina, she was on the SGA. So therefore, I went to them, negotiated the contract, and I made it so that we opened up for any act that came for the homecomings. So we opened up for Jay-Z when he first had Dead Presidents, Foxy Brown, Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
yes.
doing that, we're getting paid to do it. You know what I mean? So we're getting paid. My man Kevin, now he was a business guy. So we're getting paid to perform at the homecomings. You know what I mean? And it started there, man. And then when we came home, unfortunately, DC, the DMV area they were still on go-go. It wasn't like how it is now. Right now with the hip hop and DC, it's a beautiful thing. The youth, they're doing their thing with it. You know what I mean? When we came back, we were kind of going against the grain. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a lot of history. That's a lot. And I don't want to cut you off, but we got some of the other questions to go, and time goes real fast.
I got you covered.
I want to get, all the answers out of you before we let you go, brother. And with that said, you kind of grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and you've seen a lot of changes in the business and so forth, even dealing with kids and all that kind of stuff, right? So my next question is, what kind of changes and trends have you seen throughout the years?
Just throughout the years, I say the main trend right now is before, because I do a lot of traveling, going to the East Coast, going to the West Coast, Vegas, stuff like that down south. Each coast had its own identity. You know what I mean? It still does with the music, but with social media, it's kind of bridged the gap. You see everybody using the same lingo and different things of that nature. In particular, DC's never had gangs, but with that word gang, it was used so loosely that I decided to trademark the word gang and make it stand for something positive. That's grind, always never give up, God's angels never give up, and goals accomplished by never giving up.
There you go. I love it, man. I love it, man. Third question then, all right? So now that you're in this business of entertainment and, managing artists and so forth, what do you think makes for the best entertainment manager, or any kind of dealing with children and kids and that kind of stuff? What makes for the best kids manager? What makes for the best, entertainment manager? Because I'm sure there's some consistency and some, some of the same traits for being the best that's involved in all those different things you're involved in.
Okay, I would just say, man, it's just keeping everything business. Make sure it's business first and never personal, and always invest in yourself first. That was a mistake I made. Was finding myself investing in others, but they weren't willing to invest in themselves. You know what I mean? And you get yourself a solid team and stick with that team, and make sure that you all have the same goals, and no matter what, that you're persevering in order to achieve them goals.
So with that said, Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Then how do you best serve your clients? And that's the next question. How do you best serve your clients?
Oh, well, most of my clients I have now were business partners. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm not really managing any artists. Right now, I have my partner, Sean Penn, but like I said, he's a co-CEO. So therefore, also my nephew, Savage Joe, he's a co-CEO. He's a business partner. Everybody has their own LLC. Therefore, any business that we do is the tax. So that's just my best bet. Don't manage anybody. Make sure they're willing to invest in themselves. They can go on LegalZoom, or they can do it themselves and get themselves an LLC. Therefore, no matter what you do, it's a tax write-off, and you're keeping the business at all times.
Definitely. A lot of people are trying to get into the business, or any business in particular. So what advice would you give someone in trying to get into the business, brand new? What advice would you give to them for success?
Oh, I just say, come up with a business name, do your research, and just start with your limited liability corporation. And like I said, start with that. You got to start somewhere. It's not, think about your name and different things of that nature. But I think that everybody should have an LLC just for tax purposes. You know what I mean? And just take your time with it. But more importantly, you got YouTube, all these different resources. Just do your research. And whatever you do, just believe in it, and just make sure whatever it is that you dedicate yourself to persevering in that field, or whatever the entity is.
Absolutely. Well said, John. Last question. If you were able to pass on 3 principles to the next generation for succeeding in life or in business, at work, what would they be and why?
Right or wrong, life goes on. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it. Have a foresight for the future. Maximize your strengths, but recognize your flaws. At the end of the day, keep your faith in the Lord and continue to persevere.
Amen. Perfectly said. Well done, John. Thank you so much for taking us 5 minutes to share with us your insight and your knowledge. And for those who want to keep in touch with you and just follow you, once you share with us your personal social media, where can people find you and keep up with you at?
Okay, well, the website for all the gang gear is www.ganggear.net. Social media, you can follow me at SA_Brother Carter. The SA stands for Skrilla and Assets, or Salvation, always. You can also follow me at God's Angels Never Give Up on Instagram. So that's that, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you for having me, man. And just continue to stay blessed and persevere.
Absolutely, brother. We are so grateful and thankful that you took the time to spend this evening with us for these 5 minutes of Fantastic Five. We look forward to bringing you back at a later time. But for now, thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Ernesto Rodriguez, Chief Consultant for JAE Consulting. Take care. God bless. Until next time, see y'all later. Bye-bye.